Good morning and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be going over kind of my daily routine on how I kind of take care of my dental hygiene after I got my braces off. I've been doing the same thing for a few years now since I got my braces off, and I don't even know how many years. It must have been like 5 or 6 years ago, I uploaded this video and I never made a follow-up to that video. So I thought now would be a perfect time to kind of go over what I've learned over the past few years, or what has worked best over the past few years on how to take care of your teeth after you get your braces off. So let's just go over some of the things that I use on a daily basis. There's not that much to report on, but starting with probably the most important, the toothbrush. You can't really see the name of it. Hold on, I've got some extra ones here. It's Curaprox Soft. Now these come in soft, ultra soft, and I think there's even a softer one. I go for soft. It's soft enough for me. I don't want to go too soft because then it feels like you're not actually cleaning your teeth properly. But I go for the soft one, and I think you can only get these toothbrushes in Slovakia. I may be wrong. Please correct me if I am wrong. Let me know if other countries sell them. Also, if you can find them online, that would be amazing, because I'm not going to Slovakia anytime soon. Nobody that I know, none of my family is going to Slovakia anytime soon. So, desperate times. We're running a little low. So yeah, if you could leave a comment, that'd be awesome. Anyways, this is what it looks like. I like these guys because A, they come with this little cover on them, so if you're traveling, it's really nice. I mean, not many people are traveling right now, but when you are traveling, it's nice. But the bristles are square, so there's good, well, not square, they're still rectangle, but they're more square. It's really wide here, a lot wider than normal toothbrushes, and great bristle density. But these, in my humble opinion, are the best toothbrushes in the entire world. So we got, as for the toothpaste, it doesn't really matter. I kind of jump all over the place. This is what I'm using right now. This is just an OG, classic Colgate. Good solid all-around toothpaste. It works on cavities, plaque, gingivitis, sensitivity, which is great because I have quite sensitive teeth and a quite sensitive mouth in general. Tartar, which is good. Enamel, whitens, and breath, which is great. Reduces bacteria on teeth, tongue, cheeks, and gums. Just a solid all-around toothpaste. Nothing fancy. This isn't your Crest 3D white toothpaste that costs $10 a tube. This is relatively entry level, so this is what I kind of rock every day. Because I use a lot of toothpaste. I'm not trying to burn through really expensive toothpaste all the time. Next, super important, is scope. Now scope has a few uses, and I'll get to those in just a second, but scope is a must. I prefer scope just because I kind of like the taste better than Listerine, but you can use any type of mouthwash with alcohol in it. And I know Listerine's a little spicier, so if you're looking for that extra spice, go for a Listerine. Now something that saved my life after braces was these guys. They're little pig flossers. Pig flossers. Let's go with pig flossers. They're basically just dental floss attached to this little plastic pick here. I'll show you what they look like. They look like this. So they've got this kind of sharp pick at the end, and then also dental floss. I personally think it just makes it easier to get in between all the teeth, and it really helps because I have this retainer behind my bottom teeth still, and it's impossible to get that with just regular floss. So I think these are a necessity. So now you've seen everything that I use on a daily basis. Let's get into the actual process of how I brush my teeth. Now before we start, the frequency of brushing your teeth is really kind of up to you. Me, I like to do it at least 3 times a day. That's every single meal. So breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'll brush my teeth after every single one of them, and I just find that keeps a really clean feeling mouth and a good feeling mouth. But this process is exactly the same every single time that I brush my teeth. So to start, I just open this guy up and I pour a little bit into this cup. So you just want to put in enough to fully submerge your retainer. And this isn't the best way to clean your retainer. I actually just made a video explaining how I use hydrogen peroxide, which is, I think, a lot more effective than the mouthwash. But it's not something that I would do every single time because it's quite time consuming, and also you don't want to be using that much hydrogen peroxide. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. Just click through to that and check that out. Pretty cool video, pretty satisfying video. You get to see kind of like all the bacteria get killed. And that's actually the reason why we use this every single day. So using the mouthwash, it kills some of like the surface bacteria on the retainer, and it also makes it taste like nice and fresh and minty, which I really like. And so you just go ahead and you plop that in there. And I'll leave that in there for the entire time that I'm brushing my teeth. Okay, for the next part, I'm sure everybody knows how to do this. Hopefully you do this a lot. And that's just like the actual brushing of your teeth. So I'll usually go ahead and I'll use like this amount. Don't be shy with the toothpaste. It's a pretty healthy amount of toothpaste, but I think that, I don't know, it just creates more bubbles. And other than that, the only tip that I can tell you about actually brushing your teeth is to go in like a circular motion. It's easy to get kind of rushed in it and just kind of go up and down, but you get a much better clean if you're going in circles. So remember, always circles. Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, feeling fresh, tasting fresh, looking fresh. I go for about 2 minutes every time that I brush my teeth. I think that's pretty sufficient. I've heard of people going for longer, but I think it's a little bit overkill. You don't need anything more than 2 minutes to like sufficiently clean your teeth. But after that, this is when this guy comes into play. So I'll show you kind of what I was talking about with the retainer at the back. This is a super important part of brushing your teeth. And I went like the first like 21 years of my life without like believing in flossing, which is really bad. You should believe in flossing because it's super important. Because there's a lot of stuff that gets stuck in between your teeth, even if you can't feel it right away. And if you floss, you'll see that. Like every single time that I floss, I don't think that I have anything in between my teeth. And then I look at the floss and there's actually stuff in between my teeth. So flossing is super important. Like I said, this thing makes it super easy. And I just go through to every single tooth, all the way to the back, all the way to the front. And then once I've done all of those, I'll get to the front bottom teeth, and that's where that retainer is. I don't know how I'll be able to show it to you, but it's from this tooth to this tooth, and it goes all the way across the back. So if you just try to go down like you would regularly floss your teeth on these teeth, you're gonna bend that wire, or you might even detach it. So you don't wanna do that because it's gonna be painful and you're gonna have to go back to the orthodontist, and it's probably gonna cost you some money. So what I do is I'll just go down, and this is where we start to see the benefit of this pointy bit. So I'll just take this pointy bit and I'll go down kind of and scrape in between these teeth. Not too aggressively because you don't want to make your gums bleed, and you also don't want to like push all the way through. So you just kind of gently scrape in between these teeth here, and that'll kind of loosen up stuff that has kind of gotten underneath that retainer, and then it's kind of got stuck in there. So it's super easy. And then once you've done the front side, you can go and you can kind of get back in there. It's a little bit awkward to get in there, but you just kind of get back in there and you scrape out kind of any stuff that is in between any of your teeth kind of stuck behind that wire. So once you're all done with this guy and you've flossed all of your teeth and you've gotten everything out of all your teeth and your mouth is starting to feel real good, this is when I like to hit it with a gargle of scope. Now, I'll put the scope in my mouth. I use like a little bit. I'm quite liberal with everything that I use. I'll use a little bit and I'll kind of rinse it around, and I'll try to count to 30 in my head. I think any bacteria that can live past 30 seconds of scope, they deserve to stay in your mouth. This is also arguably my favorite part of the entire process, because this like really makes you feel fresh. Okay, let's go for it. Once you're done with that, you're ready to go. You're ready to continue on your day. You're ready to be fresh, feel fresh, do whatever you were planning on doing with a fresh mouth. And that's it. that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this video helped you out. And if it did, please let me know by leaving a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing some more life hacks, subscribe to this channel. And if you're interested in seeing some other content, not just lifestyle, I have another channel called Days with Jase. It's kind of like what I do with like my spare time. If I'm traveling, if I'm just having like a fun day, that's where I am. So Days with Jase, that link will be in the description below as well. And yeah, other than that, thank you again so much for watching. And until next video, keep it classy and enjoy the internet.